quickest way to tell if something is an arena fighter or a 3D fighting game is to see if the character can do a full 360 spin. In fact, both characters can just not look at each other and go straight to the camera. In a fighting game, the line of sight is always locked in, the characters are looking each other straight in the eye as if it's a samurai showdown or something, and if they can turn their back, it's because this is their specific stance, and even then you can see that their head tries to look at the opponent. This rebirth of Sauce ended up being a fighting game. You're fully locked in, can't turn around, and have an unhinged amount of movement options. Here are just the ones that I have noticed, but there are probably more. You can walk, run, dash. Oh, all of that is 8-way, by the way. From there, sidestep, flash step, perfect version activates nothing personal mechanic, or do a descent dodge, which is like RCing downwards, which in my opinion fully expresses what the devs were saying in the interviews, mentioning that this is an axis battle game. I believe that this is why in the very first match where the devs were supposed to play, they did not block at all, not even once, they only used movement. And quick note here, in one of the previous videos I was really frustrated that Yoruichi, despite being a movement expert, has nothing special about her movement. Well, in here they kind of fixed it, because not only does she seem faster than all the other characters, she is also constantly leaving after images, which is something that other characters do not do in their animations. Not that blocking is useless in any way, there is no high-low mix-up, but there is a strike-throw mix-up. And you get a full combo if you land a throw. It's also my personal speculation that there is a sort of left-right mix-up, in a way that if you're holding a block button and somehow opponent ends up being behind you, you can still attack them unless they release the button and press it again to realign themselves. Maybe there is another form of mix-up that hasn't been even revealed yet, because even though we have character trailers, there are still moves that weren't shown. For example, at some point of this showcase, Byakuya does Bakudo 61. Bro, that's like not in the officially released moveset. Moreover, he straight up goes and reveals a new mechanic, which is a stage transition. I also love how the stage changes its colors if both people go into the awakening mode. I think that's sick. There are some hints at clashes, but I have no idea what happens if two supers clash. Even in regards to the old mechanics, there seem to be some changes, because before reversal mode was red, now it's yellow. The red color was completely removed from the official site info, but it still retains enough explanation to reveal what different colors do and give you an idea of general combo system. There were some situations where the combo clearly could have been continued, but because the players didn't know what buttons to press, opponents slowly, awkwardly, floatingly recovered in the air. Got to see the combo break mechanic, I hope you can bait that. Plus some small interesting situational bits. If you activate the white reversal mode in Bankai with Ichigo, he dons his mask on, and you can kinda hear White's voice in there. Though it's difficult to hear because of all the voices. Speaking of which, I think it would be a good idea if there was an option to tone down the announcer's voice. Sometimes camera does shenanigans that it's difficult to see what is going on, and I do not like that Yoruichi's idle pose is just standing there. No bueno. Plus maybe crazier Shunko effects. I mean, I do understand that they can't do the whole back explosions because of the way the camera works, but still these are my gripes if I had to give any negatives. Which is very difficult to do because the game is worth buying for soundtrack alone. Just some real bangers in there. I also completely accepted that Senran and Kagura devs are insane Bleach nerds, because at some point they compare their game to a flower. And for you it's like, hey, what? This is not a surface level Bleach knowledge. Every single squad in the anime has a flower representation and meaning behind it, so they chose one for the game. How genius is that? And you're telling me these people don't have passion? The flower they chose was Lupin, and then symbolizes greed and cash grab. Hold up! I'm kidding. It does symbolize greed, but in a way that you're greedy, as the developers themselves explained. They want you to get greedy at improvement, greedy to get better at fighting. Whatever that means. Hopefully not cash grab.